I should just listen to my head, 'cause it's the one who knows what's best. It tells me not to love you, but my heart says just forgive you. Oh, but it's not thinking clearly. I wish that I could leave my heart out of this. Leave my heart out of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a requested video which is how to organize your planner. So I'm going to show you a few ways to organize your planner so you can choose what works for you and try a few things out. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can so the video is not like 20 minutes long. So let's get started. So first of all, there's multiple types of planner. Maybe you want a daily planner where you have a whole sheet for one day. And if you want to have a planner that's a whole week in the same page, you could have like that, which is hourly divided. So every half hour you have a line, so depending on your schedule you can write things down, or like sections or anything. There's so many different types of planner. You really need to find something that's going to work with your schedule. So if you're in high school, usually like they have like the same hours every day, so you can have just boxes for each period. If you have like 4 periods a day, you can have 4 boxes and it would be fine. But when you're in college or university, there's just different periods every day, so it's kind of hard to keep track of them like in little squares. So you need maybe something with hours so you know exactly when your class is. So I'm going to show you how to organize those, but I'm also going to show you 3 different methods that you can use as well. So one is little notebooks like that, or you can use bigger notebooks, but I really like those, like little notebooks like that. There's also the binder method, which I'm going to show you, and finally using your laptop, so an online calendar or something like that. Now let's move on to color coding, okay? Everyone has different ways to color code stuff, so I'm going to show you what's my color coding, and like you can choose if you want to inspire yourself from it or if you want to keep yours. But basically you can color coordinate your classes. Usually I take the same colors as my binders or like something like that, and fancy like that. So my sections are school, personal, work, social, training, YouTube, friends, other, and volunteering. So I have different colors for every section, and that's pretty much it. You could also use color code for quiz and tests, for appointments, for assignment due dates, and yeah. And you can use either highlighters or colorful pens or anything you want. So make sure to share your specific color coding down below so people can get inspired by your color coding. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to organize a daily/weekly planner. So first thing is that I always keep the schedule in front, like on top or whatever, but I need my schedule, my school schedule on top so I know exactly when I have classes. And after that, there's 2 different ways you could write assignments down in your planner. The first one would be to write it down on the date where it's given. So it's given on Tuesday, you write it on Tuesday, and you write the day it's due. Or you can write it down the day it's due, but you need to check like a few days ahead just so you don't see that it's due today, like the day you open your notebook, you know, like you need to see it earlier than that. So yeah, it depends on what you want. So here's a few ideas you could use to organize your planner. So the first tip I'm going to give you is to put a sticky arrow tab just on the day you are in your planner, just so you can follow and like be sure to be on the right date. After that, one thing I always did was doing checkbox, so every assignment I can check it off when it's done. You could also cross it off or just highlight it when it's done, but I prefer the checkbox. One other thing is that if you write that you're going to do this assignment today and you decide to move it up to the next day because you didn't have time, what I usually do is put a little arrow just so I know that it's moved up to the next day. And what I do is I highlight really important stuff, so which things that are really important like exam dates or assignment due dates, I'm going to highlight them, but I'm not going to highlight like just little homework and assignments, you know. You can also have a countdown like in the corner, the top corner or the bottom corner, whatever, but just have a countdown to motivate you. So yeah, it's always fun to know like how many days before Christmas break or before summer break or spring break, whatever. So you can also have the little stickers like that. These are a mess right now. But yeah, the little stickers for assignments, exams, and everything. It's just going to make your planner more colorful and maybe motivates you a little bit. Also, one thing I recommend, if you watch my procrastination video or like my study types video, you know that I love rewards. So I would suggest to write reward at the end of each day. So if you complete every task you had to do, you can have your reward. And if you didn't, well, you cannot have your reward. That's pretty much like the way to motivate yourself to do everything you have to do in a day. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few ways to organize your planner first. The first one is by using color codes for each class, like I said earlier. So this is just an example. And yeah, you just write like math in pink, let's say, and biology in orange, and French in blue, whatever. So you can go like that every day of the week. The second option I'm showing you is the post-it method. And basically every class has its own colored post-it. And what's cool about this one is when you're done, you can just rip it off like that. And you take it off and then you know that your day is free, I guess, or something like that. Next is just in black like that in rows, I guess. And I did little check marks on this one because I think it's important to be able to check it off. Otherwise you can like always cross it off or highlight it or something, but you need a way to know it's done. And in this one I made like if something is due or something, I would always highlight it like that. And my last example is like that. So instead of being rows, it's basically just like columns for each class. And I decided to highlight just the title, so you can color code that way as well. Oh, and I also use like little clips like that so I can find the right week easily in the planner. Another kind of planner has like every day for like a column like that, so that way you can actually like put the classes where they need to be, and you can put appointments and everything. So this is a really good kind of planner if you have a really busy schedule and you want to put everything in the same place. So you'll see like this would be my perfect planner, but I'm using an online one. I'm going to show you later. So yeah, you could always color code and everything, but this was just to show you that you could put like the classes where they were actually like in the day. Now let's move on to the binder method. So the only thing you need is a binder. So you need a binder, and I'm going to show you how I organize it inside. So for the binder method, you could always put the schedule in the first page, but I decided to put it on top just so I have really easy access to it. Because I don't really know like where my classes are at, you know. So this is just an example, so there's not that many pages, but you could have like a lot of pages if you do a whole year like that. So this is the monthly calendar, and I use color codes here for like orange is school stuff, blue is personal stuff, and red is for work. You could have all kinds of colors, but yeah. So this is for the monthly calendar. And then when you turn, you have a page like that which you can use for every day, or for the binder, like, you know, you could have a weekly schedule, a daily schedule. You can have all kinds of schedule. This is the one I wanted to show you today. So I didn't really write it down, but I'm gonna post it on my blog so you can print it out if you want to. Basically, you have the date. So you just write the date down, and then here you can write your classes or everything you have, assignments and stuff, and you have a to-do list as well. So every assignment you get today, you can write it down here, or stuff you have to do today. But here I would just write like my schedule. So that's pretty much it. And I included an assignment planner because I think this is a really good way to work on your assignments. So I'm gonna leave it down below as well so you guys can download it. But basically, you just have a list of assignments you have throughout the semester, the date it was assigned, the date it was due, and any like specifics you need on the assignment. And this is really good so you can keep track, like you know exactly when everything is due in the semester. Don't write every homework on it, but just like write down important stuff like orals, papers, and progress reports, stuff like that. And I included a schedule of my gym because I take classes there and everything. So this is always useful. So now I'm going to show you the online planner. Basically, the only advantage it has is that it's it can sync with your phone, so you have it both on your phone and your computer and your desktop and whatever, so you have it everywhere at the same time. That way, and you can have like alerts and everything, so you know exactly, you cannot get lost and you cannot forget anything. And what I like also is that there is different modes, which I'm going to show you real quick right now. But you can have like the monthly, weekly, and daily stuff all together, you know, like you don't really have to like flip pages and everything. So that's why that's my favorite one, and that's the one I use right now because my schedule is crazy. Okay, so this is the online calendar. You could use Google Calendar, Outlook, or any online calendar. This is the iCal by Apple. So I use this one because it synchronizes between my phone and my computer. So, because you can use iCloud to just synchronize it, but you can do that with pretty much every calendar nowadays. So, yeah, this is like the monthly view, but usually I'm in the weekly view. So this is what a week would look like. And you also have the day view like that, but I like the week view better. So this is what it looks like basically, and I'm just going to show you real quick how to create an event. Basically I have all these calendars, one for each class that's just on my Mac, and then on iCloud I have training, YouTube, social, work, personal, others, school, finances, and homework. And finally, I'm going to show you the notebook method, which is not really recommended when you're going to school and you have a lot of classes. So I would not recommend it for high school students or even college students if you have many classes. I use this method during the summer because I don't have as much stuff going on. So I used it a few summers ago and it was really helpful for me. So basically, you could use just like a notebook and write stuff down, you know, but that's boring. So I suggest using those big post-it tabs. They're really cheap at Walmart or Target or something like that. And yeah, so you just stick one like on the page like that, and then you write the date, and you just do a to-do list. So if there's stuff that's in a specific hour or something, I would write the hour between parentheses. But otherwise, I would just like write the stuff I have to do down and just like check it off when it's done. So that's pretty much it. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this wasn't too long. Hopefully this inspired you and helped you organize yourself for school. Make sure to thumbs up if you like this video and you want more school videos. Leave your request down below. And also make sure to comment your tips for people to organize their planners. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!